Hello. When Minecraft was delivered to us in 2011, no one initially knew what to do. The only way was to either figure it out by playing or watching a YouTube video. But there was also a third option, online articles. And in this video, I'll be using a very popular one, IGN, to help me survive and beat Minecraft. So let's begin. The first objective to set for yourself is simple, build a crafting table. In order to do so, you'll need to attack a tree to gather some more blocks. One moment please. Anyway, about 16 wood will do for now. Additionally, you should break the leaves on the tree to try to get some apples, and replant any saplings that fall from the tree. And with that, we've acquired wooden planks. So now we can build a crafting table. Since you now built a crafting table, you are able to craft a variety of tools, like a wooden pickaxe. Start digging it into a hillside to uncover some stone. Gather the stone blocks, and you can then use the crafting table to form a stone pickaxe. You can create a few other tools in much the same way, as well as an axe is going to be handy to quickly harvest material before the first nightfall. You may also want to make a shovel. And all the tools have been made, besides a sword because obviously, what would we do with that? When you start to hear music play, you'll know it's almost nighttime, and once the sun goes down, zombies, creepers, and skeletons— oh, no. Alright, this may have been the second time this happened. I should probably stay, close attention. Alright, now wait for music to play, and then we'll know if it's almost nighttime. Any moment now. My music's on, right? Yeah. Any moment now. Just give it a couple more seconds. Well, I guess that was a lie. One of the most basic shelters you can build is created by simply digging into a hillside or into the ground. Try digging up a hole into a hillside and then using the dirt remnants to build up a wall behind you, blocking yourself in. I'm sure this is perfectly fine, just don't ask Fortunato. While the night passes, you might want to collect and mine a bit around your shelter and make more tools. Spend your first night digging a small mine shaft beneath your tiny home. Also, I apparently need to dig in a staircase shape. Alrighty. Though before that, I should probably make a chest because it's telling me to store any valuable material in a chest before you go anywhere for long periods of time. You can also create torches if you have found coal. Alright, looks like the sun's out. But before I go out, IGN had a quick checklist of what your basic home should have, so I went to that first. So first up is a bed. And that's a no. And up next we have a storage chest. Yes. Windows. Yes. Door. Sure. Secure walls and ceiling. Yes. A secure mine shaft for nighttime mining. Yep. Torches. Yes. And finally a furnace. That's a no. Well, according to that, I have failed to make a basic home. So anyway, you now have a shelter and tools, but you're missing the one necessity for survival: food. Early on, your main source of food will come from animals like cows, pigs, and chickens. Simply kill one of these animals and retrieve the meat it drops. Alrighty then. While you can immediately eat the raw meat, to gain the full effect, you'll want to cook it first. Go mine some 8 stone and some coal. Once you have retrieved the materials, open up the crafting table and make a furnace. And there we go, one step closer to making a basic home. All I need now is a bed. Speaking of which, now that you survived your first night, you can venture out to collect more materials, as well as hopefully some food and wool for a bed. A bed requires 3 blocks of wool of any color, which you can get by harvesting a sheep. So I guess we'll just go do that. Alrighty, now I can finally make a bed. A bed requires 3 blocks of wool of any color, which you can get by harvesting a sheep. And now I can finally go to bed. And there we go. Our lovely little IGN house is complete. Wait, we can upgrade? Block out a 5x4 area and build a wall 3 blocks high around the perimeter. You can use any material, but bricks are probably the best choice since they're stronger than dirt or sand. You can build a roof or lip around the outside to stop monsters from jumping inside. Place your bed in the middle of the area, not the corner. And there we go, our brand new IGN home. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Very spacious, I know. Using materials like leather, iron, gold, and even precious diamonds, you can craft helmets, leggings, chest plates, and boots to give your character more durability. So back into the mines I go. And after a bit of mining, I have obtained some armor. I've also made this platform since IGN says you should make one if you lack resources. Though I kinda made it because I had the opposite problem. Anyway, the next step is the nether. According to IGN, what we need is 14 or 10 obsidian, flint and steel, and a diamond pickaxe. So let's go quickly do that then. Once you gather enough obsidian to make a nether portal, you'll need to go to the nether. Once there, you'll need to find a fortress made out of nether brick. Inside the fortress, you'll find a blaze spawn. And here we are. Now all I have to do is find another fortress. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Oh, there it is. Now according to the IGN guide, I need to find the blaze spawn, acquire 6 blaze sticks, and then I can get out of here. Well, there it is. Now I did bring snowballs because the guide said I should bring some since it was the least resourceful. Hopefully that's true. I should have brought more. And that's 6, which means I am out of here. And now all I need is some ender pearls. Oh hey, you need to kill a couple of endermen to get ender pearls. You'll need to get 12 ender pearls, which are only occasionally dropped by an enderman. Well, what a great start. And there we go. Now with the eyes of Ender, I can finally locate the end portal. And off I go. Well, that's just terrific. And now I can get back to finding the portal. Oh no. I think I found it. And there we go. And there it is. Once you find and place 12 Eyes of Ender into the end portal, I should probably break the spawner. Darn. Where? What? Alright, hold on. They're still. I broke the spawner. And they're still spawning. Why are there so many? This is just terrific. Alright, let me just alright, we're gonna do a little quick intro into the portal, I guess. Hopefully they can't get me up here. Never mind. And I go. And here we are. Wonderful. Thankfully the guy told me ahead of time to make an enchanted bow. Otherwise, this fight would have taken a lot longer since I lost my axe. And with that, now we can start trying to kill the dragon. This may take a while. And there we go. I beat the game according to IGN's guide. Though it did have some grammar mistakes, so I will have to knock it down a few points. Though it does have a little something for everyone. But anyway, that's basically everything, so I'll see you next time. I completely forgot that they're still here, oh my gosh. This is wonderful. And they can hit me through the floor, that's great. And they're still spawning, that also is absolutely wonderful. I think basically the whole thing is just made of silverfish, honestly. Why is there just so many? And they're still spawning. And they're also on the ceiling, that is just terrific. Alright, and that's everything. All problems are taken care of.